Hi, welcome back to the channel. This week I'm continuing my VCV Rack exploration, and specifically it's going to be about 30 FM. So on screen I just have my default patch set up. There's nothing special going on other than I have a VCA and an envelope already created. So that just means I can quickly route the oscillator output into the gate and not have that constant annoying drone. So let's add our first oscillator. We want the Befaco. Let's click on oscillator, and it's this one here, Pony VCO. Let's drag the output there into our VCA. And like I said, we don't get the constant annoying instant output from the VCO. Only when we trigger the transport now. Like so. Now let's duplicate that one and just move it to the left. Then we're going to take the output of that one and we're going to send it to the 30 FM input. So now we have this. And as you can hear, it sounds pretty awesome already. Let's turn down the octaves of this one, of the first one. Let's go all the way down to C1. And as you can hear, it's quite fun to modulate the pitch there. So let's add a bit of random. For this one, let's go to volt. And we're going to choose chordal, and then we can add a scope. This one, let's go with VCV, and then we'll choose this one, the scope. Let's send the output of that into the scope so you can see what's happening. And as you can see, it's essentially creating just a random waveform there. We can change the rate or increase it. So we can send that directly to the volt per octave input. But it's a bit chaotic. So first, let's go. And we're going to put in attenuator in. So Befaco tags and go attenuator and dual attenuator here. So let's send the output into the first attenuator, and then we'll send the output of that into the volts per octave as we had earlier. So now when we play this back, at 0 it's not doing anything at all. Or we can change the offset. So essentially it's moving further clockwise or anti-clockwise here. Let's add just a bit like that. The Pony oscillator also has a waveforming option. So let's send the second output from chordal. Let's do the same. We can put it into the scope here. And we can see the second curve. Take the output of that into the attenuator. And once again, we'll put this into the timbre option up here. We can decrease the offset so it starts around here. I think time now for a filter. So for this one, let's go with all-right devices and Zorb. So let's take the oscillator output now, we'll put that into the filter in, and then we'll take the bandpass output, and then we'll put that back into the VCA. Pretty nasty. Let's add now a random device. For this one will do, just the VCV one. Essentially, it's a note on random. So every time it receives a trigger, which either can be manual up here, or coming from the gate, which we're going to send from the gate output over here, we can send that to the cutoff input. Let's also do the same with the sustain, so we'll turn that down and then we'll send an output from there into the sustain and then into the release as well, why not? Turn up the depth of those. And then the decay we can send from the chordal. Let's take another output. And maybe I'll swap the sustain and we'll put that also onto the final output of chordal. Let's now go back to our oscillator and we can play with the shapes here. So we'll put it on pulse now. Massive difference now. Triangle. Currently we don't have any MIDI pitch information, so let's remedy that. So let's take the volts per octave and we'll put it into the Befaco, into the second oscillator. Awesome. Let's add now a delay. Let's just go with the surge one. And the reason why I like the surge one is because it can be tempo synced, which is probably heresy in the Eurorack world, but so be it. So let's take the clock, put it into the MIDI CV outputs, and now you can see it's still set to seconds, but if we press transport, then for some reason this triggers now. Just a bit of a bug, I think. So we go 1/8 daughter, let's turn the mix down quite a bit. We'll take the output of the VCA and put that into the delay inputs. We'll give it left and right signals, and then while we're here, we will add a reverb. Let's maybe go with plateau this time. Take the output, and then the output from there into the final outputs. Let's turn down the wet. So many timbres you can get just from these combinations here on oscillator shapes. Now with a bit of kick and bass. Obviously that MIDI's a bit too busy. So there we go, some 3.0 FM in VCV Rack. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye bye.